fans, we go to Philadelphia at the Spectrum for our opening contest here on Primetime Wrestling as Butch Reed takes on Leapin, Lanny Poffo. Now, don't let it go unnoticed that Leapin Lanny Poffo is related to the Macho Man Randy Savage, who the Natural has a date with in 3 weeks' time at the big event in Toronto, Canada, and a chop block takes Leapin Lanny down. I believe that the Natural wanted to send a message to the Macho Man by taking out one of his family members, and Reed picking up Lanny Poffo, setting him up for a pile driver, and he nails him, crashing down, and that should be it. Reed's going to go for the cover and make short work of Leapin Lanny. 2, and well, he picks up Leapin Lanny. Oh man, he had the pinfall and picked up Leapin Lanny. He wants to send a message to the Macho Man Randy Savage. An elbow to the top of the head, and Lanny's in trouble. Reed climbing the top rope. Could he be setting him up for that shoulder breaker? Leapin Lanny back to his feet. Oh, it's a guillotine clothesline. Takes Lanny up and over, and that will be it. Reed goes for the cover. 1, 2, and 3. Oh, whoa! Lanny Poffo kicks out! And Reed questioning the count, and maybe Lanny Poffo has fight left in him. Maybe he's going to make Butch Reed pay for pulling him up into that pile driver. Reed climbs the top rope. Poffo back to his feet. Oh, and there's the shoulder block. Oh, man. Reed nails the shoulder block. And if Leapin Lanny Poffo kicks out of this, I'll walk home. Goes for the cover. Referee's down. And that is it. Your winner, the Natural Butch Reed, as Slick cheers on in the background. Fans, this match coming up in 3 weeks' time is personal. The Natural Butch Reed taking out a family member of the Macho Man just a few weeks prior to meeting him in one of Butch Reed's biggest matches of his career. And here are some highlights. And here's that big guillotine clothesline that took Lanny Poffo down. Lanny Poffo had kicked out, and I thought for a second there was a glimmer of hope, and that Poffo was going to make Reed pay for pulling him up. But Reed then nails a shoulder block, and that was all she wrote. Fans, we have a loaded card for you tonight in our main event. Hulk Hogan tangles with the King, Harley Race. We are part of the Wrestling Network, and we thank you for tuning in. Much more on that announcement coming up in our update later on. Fans, we'll be right back after this quick timeout. And fans, the following contest here on Primetime Wrestling will feature that man right there, the Superfly, Jimmy Snuka, as he is in action this week against one Steve Lombardi. And the referee calls for the bell, and away we go. And Snuka with a series of chops and kicks to the legs and a drop kick to the knee of Lombardi. Chopping away, and Snuka in control. Whips Lombardi into the ropes, and a back body drop up and over goes Steve Lombardi. And Snuka full of energy. And a double axe handle. And this match has been all Snuka thus far. As I spoke too soon. Lombardi fought back for a moment. Snuka setting him up. Has Lombardi in a pile driver. Down goes Lombardi. And Snuka now working the arm of Steve Lombardi. Fans, we have a loaded card, of course, for you tonight. We have tag team action as Demolition takes on the Young Stallions. Andre the Giant is in action. Hacksaw Jim Duggan and Sika will battle it out. And our main event, King Harley Race for the Heenan family. Representing the Heenan family goes one-on-one with Hulk Hogan as he prepares for his world title match against Mr. Wonderful in 3 weeks' time at the big event. And Snuka going for a cover, and Lombardi kicked out at 2. as Snuka nailed a forearm from the second turnbuckle. Not enough to put away Steve Lombardi. And as you saw at the top of the program, Gotmark76, part of the Wrestling Network. We will have more information on that in the coming weeks. But for now, we thank you for watching. And Snuka, and a stalemate, goes for a chop. Lombardi blocks it with a big left hand. And Snuka stunned, but nails a forearm. And Snuka in control. Picks up Lombardi. And a backbreaker down. Lombardi had momentum for a moment. Snuka regained control, body slammed down, and Lombardi is in trouble. And another body slam down. Lombardi's back must be aching now. Snuka drops an elbow. And Snuka picks up Lombardi and slams Lombardi down on the arm. Snuka climbing the top rope. Could this be the Superfly splash? And it is! He nails him halfway across the ring. You can count to 10. Your winner, Jimmy Superfly Snuka. And we will go back to some highlights from earlier in this contest. As Snuka was in control for 90% of it. Nailed that forearm off the second turnbuckle, and Lombardi kicked out. And that was about the extent of offense that Lombardi had. And there it is, that beautiful Superfly splash. Fans, we have much more primetime wrestling, including a WWF update coming up very shortly. Fans, we'll be right back after this quick timeout.
From the pages of the World Wrestling Federation magazine, here's Update.
Welcome to Update. I'm your host, Gotmark76. At the top of the program, we announced Gotmark76 joining the Wrestling Network. What will that mean going forward here? Well, we'll have much more information in the coming weeks, but one thing that's for sure is that we are just 3 Saturdays away from the big event in Toronto, Canada, as Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff defends the World Wrestling Federation Heavyweight Championship against Hulk Hogan. This will be Hulk Hogan's first rematch since losing the championship several months ago at the main event. Also on that big card, Ravishing Rick Rude will defend the Intercontinental Championship against Magnificent Don Morocco. The World Tag Team titles will be on the line as the Killer Bees defend against Demolition. The Macho Man Randy Savage will go one-on-one with the Natural Butch Reed. Rowdy Roddy Piper, a new fan favorite here in the World Wrestling Federation, will take on the $1 Million Man Ted DiBiase. And the One-Man Gang will go one-on-one with Hacksaw Jim Duggan in a no disqualification anything goes match. It was the Reverend Slick who stated that One-Man Gang was going to force Jim Duggan to retire. He will have his chance in 3 weeks' time. Fans, lots of rumors and speculation going around regarding the Wrestling Network. Again, we will have more update on this in the coming weeks, as well as addressing the rumors of a possible Intercontinental Tag Team Championship. So a lot going on. I'm Gotmark76, and we will see you at the matches. Goodbye, everybody. And fans, the next contest here on Primetime Wrestling will feature the Young Stallions taking on Axe and Smash of Demolition. And here they are making their way to the ring. It is Axe on the left, Smash on the right, being led to the ring by their manager, Mr. Fuji. And these two men in just 3 weeks' time, will challenge the Killer Bees for the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship at the big event in Toronto, Canada. And their opponents, there they are, the Young Stallions. It's Jim Powers and Paul Roma, and the fans on their feet in support of the Young Stallions. It's going to be Axe starting off in the ring against Paul Roma. The referee calls for the bell, and away we go. And Axe starting out with a big suplex. Up and over goes Paul Roma. And Axe, showing his strength early in the contest here, picks up Paul Roma and throws him down to the mat, slamming him hard down and drops the elbow. Axe and Smash will hurt you. They've arrived here in the World Wrestling Federation just a few short months ago, and they have many, many wins as Axe rams Paul Roma's head into the top turnbuckle, and very few losses. Now Axe removing the turnbuckle pad and throwing it down by Mr. Fuji, who is cheering on. Axe rolls over Roma. Now working the leg of Paul Roma and drops back, putting all that pressure on the thigh of Paul Roma. And thus far it has been all Demolition, all Axe so far. Has Roma up in a guillotine over the top rope, drops Roma down. Powers trying to reach for a tag. Roma makes the tag. And here comes Jim Powers with a big clothesline, takes Axe down. Another clothesline, takes Axe down again. A third clothesline. And Mr. Fuji gets the attention of Jim Powers, allowing Axe to come from behind in a beautiful suplex from behind by Demolition Axe. And now Axe back in control. A big right hand sends Jim Powers reeling into the corner. And a clothesline by Jim Powers fighting back. And now it's Powers working the arm of Axe. Fans, remember our big main event of the evening. The Hulkster takes on the King as Hulk Hogan battles Harley Race. You don't want to miss that one. And there's a belly-to-back suplex by Jim Powers on Axe. And now Axe in trouble. Powers stomping away on the back of Axe. And Demolition in the ring with these Young Stallions, knowing that they have a World Wrestling Federation title match. And a big clothesline by Powers takes Axe down. A big title match at the big event in just 3 weeks' time. And it's the Young Stallions who are looking to challenge the winners of that match. So Demolition obviously wants the momentum going into their World Tag Team title match, but the Young Stallions know that in just a few weeks' time, Demolition may be the Tag Team Champions, and President Jack Tunney would like to see how they fare against Demolition. So this is a big matchup and a big kick to the side of the body and a big throw by the head by Demolition Axe. Throws Jim Powers down. And Axe working over Powers in the corner, allowing Powers to get back to his feet, only to kick him back down. And now, Powers, regaining control, has Axe's head. Snapmare takeover in the middle of the ring. And a big kick to the back by Jim Powers. And Powers over in the corner, makes a tag. And here comes Paul Roma. Smash for Demolition, trying to make a tag to his partner. Roma cuts him off, working the arm of Demolition Axe. And now Roma going up top. Could we see a high fly maneuver here? Roma perched across the top rope, drops a forearm across the chest of Demolition Axe. Axe is in trouble. Roma picks him up. Front face lock and a big forearm to the back. Sets Axe up in the corner, ramming him head first into the top turnbuckle. Tags in his partner. Here comes Powers. And a double team maneuver. Nicely done by the Young Stallions. And a drop kick, but missed. Axe pushes him aside. Axe makes the tag, and here comes Smash. And Smash with a rake of the eyes on Jim Powers. That's one way to get the momentum. And there's another way to get momentum. Jim Powers with a side backbreaker on Smash. Now Powers picks up Smash. Inverted atomic drop, and Smash is in trouble. And again, Mr. Fuji getting the attention. This allows Smash to get up from behind. Picks up Powers and throws him face first to the mat. And Mr. Fuji and his presence is paying dividends in this contest. Smash picks up Powers. Has him up on his shoulders. And an airplane spin. Slams Powers down to the mat with force. And now Smash picks him up again. Powers fights out with an elbow. A second elbow and a third elbow breaks the hold. And now Powers has Smash up for a body slam and down. Goes for the cover. Referee in position 1. And a kick out at 1 by Smash. And Powers with a drop kick to the back of the neck of Demolition Smash. And the young Stallions have regained control. Whipping Smash into his turnbuckle. Could we be seeing a double team maneuver? We are. It could be their finisher. Jim Powers up. Brainbuster down on Smash. Paul Roma splash. And he's going to go for the, or he's not going to go for the cover. Wow, what a mistake. Mr. Fuji getting the attention of Roma, allowing Axe to ram his head, fans. We need to take a commercial break. We'll be right back into this quick timeout. Oh, and welcome back. Smash now working the back of Paul Roma. During the commercial break, it was all young Stallions until just a moment ago when Paul Roma missed a double axe handle off the top rope. And now Smash gaining control. Big clothesline to the back. Takes Roma down. Misses a stomp. Does not miss a big boot. And Smash. Oh, Smash trying to take out Powers. Who needs Smash right in the head? Smash groggy. Takes out Powers that time with a shoulder block to the back. And now Smash picks up Paul Roma. Big right hand, a second right hand, third right hand. Roma's reeling into the corner. Smash tags an axe. Oh, this could be it. They're finishing maneuver, the big elbow, and down goes Paul Roma. Axe going for the cover. Referee's down 1, 2, and 3. And Demolition have taken this contest against the Young Stallions and head into the big event against the Killer Bees with a big wave of momentum. And fans, we have much more here on Prime Time, but here is a replay of earlier in the contest, and there's that big elbow. And I think if Demolition hits that on B. Brian Blair or Jumping Jim Brunzell, then we will indeed have new World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Champions. We have so much more Prime Time. We are going to go take a commercial break. Our main event, of course, is Hulk Hogan versus Harley Race, and that's still to come later on this evening. Fans, we'll be right back after this quick timeout. And fans, our following contest will feature Wild Samoan Sika taking on the challenge of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And Sika awaiting Hacksaw, and the fans rise to their feet. And there he is, carrying Old Glory over his shoulder, is Hacksaw Jim Duggan, making his way from Glen Falls, New York. And the fans love Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan in recent weeks has been the victim of several attacks at the hands of the one-man gang who has threatened to force Hacksaw Jim Duggan to retire. Well, in 3 weeks' time at the big event, Hacksaw Duggan will face off with One Man Gang in a no disqualification match. And Sika going to work, nails Duggan with a DDT, so Sika not quite as big as a one-man gang, but this could be called a tune-up match as Hacksaw Duggan now goes to work with a big right hand, takes Sika down. Hacksaw seeking the support from the crowd, and Sika reverses it by ramming his head into Duggan's face. A shoulder block takes Duggan down, and now stopping away, working the back of Hacksaw Jim Duggan is the Wild Samoan. And Sika in control has Duggan into the ropes, and a rebound and an elbow takes Duggan down. Mr. Fuji in the background cheering on. And Duggan rolls out to the floor, and the fans here in Boston showing their support. Sidewalk slam by Sika. And now Sika staying on top, stopping away on Hacksaw Duggan. Drops a knee, right to the ribs of Hacksaw Duggan, who's in trouble. And now Sika going for a slam. Hacksaw reverses it and slams Sika down. And now this could be the opening that Jim Duggan was looking for. He starts working the leg of Sika. And now the head by rubbing both fists in the sides of Sika. Goes for the cover. Referee's in position and not even a 1 count. Well, Sika does have a hard head. So maybe Duggan's fists making it a Sika sandwich did not work. And now Duggan back in control. Double axe handle to the back. Takes Sika down, stopping away. And now Duggan whipping Sika into the ropes. Going for a hip toss. Does not get him the first time. Gets him the second time. Up and over goes Sika, who's trying to find a break on the outside. Duggan trying to stomp away, but Sika reverses it. Big right hand stuns Duggan. Sika in the ring. Up and over goes Duggan. And a beautiful maneuver by Sika. Sika now picks up Duggan by the head, and a big right hander. Was that a headbutt? Took Duggan down. And Sika, could he be setting him up for that Samoan splash? Has Duggan up on his shoulders. And here it comes. The Samoan splash. And Duggan's in trouble. Sika rolls him over. Goes for the cover. 2. And a kick out of 2 by Duggan. Oh, that was close. Sika thought he had victory. Fuji at ringside yelling something. I can't understand. Duggan trying to fight back. Nails him with a kick. And a big clothesline takes Sika down. A clothesline takes Sika down again. Sika misses the clothesline. A charging clothesline. And Duggan missed it, but he did not miss the high knee lift. And Sika with a belly-to-belly suplex. Up and over goes Duggan, back and forth here the last few minutes. And now Sika dragging Duggan to the ring. Going for the cover, and Sika putting his leg on the rope for added support, and Duggan kicked out. I don't think the referee saw that, and Duggan firing back with a kick. And another knee lift has Sika reeling. And now Duggan throws Sika against the ropes, charges the ropes, and jumps on the back of Sika, choking him out. But Sika back up to his feet and nails Duggan with a clothesline from behind. Again, you cannot take your eyes off of Sika. Climbing that second turnbuckle, allowing Duggan to get back to his feet. And it misses the shoulder block. Duggan moves out of the way. Kick to the stomach. Inverted atomic drop. And I don't think Sika and his hard head will help him there. Duggan setting him up. Nails him with that big football clothesline. Duggan going for the cover. Referee's down. And 3. Your winner is Hacksaw Jim Duggan here on Primetime Wrestling. Oh man, what a back and forth contest. Everyone's a big headbutt by Sika, which set up the Samoan slam, and Duggan barely kicked out at 2 3/4. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan has a date with the One Man Gang in 3 weeks' time at the big event in Toronto, Canada. Sold out. 70,000 people will fight. Well, they won't fight, but Duggan and One Man Gang will, and they do a disqualification match. Fans, we have much more tonight, including Andre the Giant and the main event of Hulk Hogan going up against King Harley Race. And of course, we are now part of the Wrestling Network, where will be more information in the coming weeks. But Primetime Wrestling and Gotmark76 has happened to be here. Fans, your winner of this contest, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Don't go away. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. And fans, the following contest here on Primetime Wrestling will feature Andre the Giant against Corporal Kirchner, and Andre wasting no time. Going after Corporal Kirchner, has him up and a chokeslam down, and Kirchner in trouble. Andre stomping away. And now Andre has Kirchner in a Boston Crab, and 530 pounds on the back of Corporal Kirchner. Is Kirchner going to be able to make it to the ropes? And Andre just lets go, almost out of boredom. Andre picks up Kirchner, goes for a chop. Kirchner fighting back. Thaz pressed. Series of red hands, and Kirchner getting an advantage here over Andre the Giant. And now Kirchner with a big right hand takes Andre down, and Andre the Giant on the outside is in trouble. Kirchner following suit, stomping away on the arm and the hand of Andre. Kirchner going for some kind of maneuver, and Andre swung his weight, flipping Kirchner around, and Andre has regained control up. Oh, and slammed down on the hardwood floor, and Kirchner is not moving. Andre back in the ring. The referee is still counting up to 6, and Kirchner got thrown hard down. The back of his head hit the wood floor here in the Boston Garden. And Andre, and Kirchner slides back in, and a big chop takes Kirchner down. You have to respect the fight of Corporal Kirchner, but Andre just way too much. Whips Kirchner in a big boot, and Andre drops the elbow, goes for the cover. Referee, you can count to 20 and 3. Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Andre the Giant. And Andre the Giant has a date with Jake the Snake Roberts at the big event in 3 weeks' time in Toronto, Canada. Fans, the following contest will be our main event of the evening as King Harley Race goes one-on-one with Hulk Hogan. But there is your winner, Andre the Giant, making short work of Corporal Kirchner. Fans, our main event's next, Hogan and Race, after this quick timeout. And fans, here we are, the main event of the evening, as Hulk Hogan takes on the King, Harley Race. Now, Bobby the Brain Heenan has made it no secret that he wants Harley Race to try and take out Hulk Hogan prior to Hulk Hogan's match with Mr. Wonderful for the World Heavyweight Championship at the big event. And King Harley Race, not normally one who is a hired gun, but he is loyal to the Heenan family. So one would think that this contest is going to give Hulk Hogan everything that the King has to offer. But if I know Hulk Hogan, I know that Hulk Hogan can give it right back. And that Harley Race needs to be careful for that as well. And there he is, fans, making his way to the ring. The former World Heavyweight Champion, who will get his rematch after several months, as he takes on Mr. Wonderful in 3 weeks' time at the big event in Toronto, Canada. And he's making his way to the ring. He's on the apron. And Hulk Hogan chasing after Harley Race, flexing for the fans here. And a big clothesline takes Race down. And the referee calling for the bell. Hulk Hogan stomping away on King Harley Race. He knows that Race is trying to take him out. Hogan picks up Race with a backbreaker. And Hogan in early control here in this contest. Picks up Race. Whoops him hard into the turnbuckle. And rams Race into the turnbuckle. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 times goes Harley Race. And Hogan flexing. Heenan trying to get the attention of the Immortal, who just simply ignores him. And a knee to the shoulder of Harley Race. And Hogan picks up Race. And a belly-to-back suplex by Hulk Hogan. Stopping away now on the King. And now Hogan working the arm. And snapping it down. Hulk Hogan lost the World Wrestling Federation Championship to Mr. Wonderful at the main event. Has Harley Race in a single leg crab. And Race dropped out of it by Hogan. And Hulk Hogan missing with an elbow. Never got his rematch against Mr. Wonderful. Now, right to the eyes by Harley Race. And a big scoop slam by Harley Race. 6 months after losing the title, Hulk Hogan finally will get his rematch. And that event in Toronto has sold out. Over 70,000 people will witness this contest. And Harley Race with a knee to the back. So Heenan lining up his henchmen to take out Hulk Hogan prior to the big event. And now Race working the neck of the Hulkster. And Hogan trying to fight out of it. Not having much luck thus far. And Race really working that neck of Hogan. Which, again, would mean more power for that power driver that Paul Orndorff hits him. And now Race attacking Hogan as he climbs the second turnbuckle. Drags him to the middle of the ring. Goes for the cover. And this could be at 1, 2, and a kick out at 2 by Hulk Hogan. Now, I didn't think Hogan was in that much trouble, but he needed every bit of that 3 count to kick out. And now Race staying on top of Hogan with knees to the back. And Race dragging Hogan to the middle of the ring and working the lower back now of the Hulkster. And Race slingshots Hogan back into the middle of the ring. And a knee to the back again, and Race in control. Race has Hogan on his shoulders. And a guillotine over the top rope, and Hulk Hogan is in big trouble. Race goes for the cover. Hogan's down 1, 2, and a kick out again at 2. And that was even closer than the last one. And Race, wisely staying on top of Hogan, continues to work the back and the forearm to the upper back. Stomping away on the lower back. Race climbing the second turnbuckle. And a big forearm across the head misses. And Hogan with a chop block. Or maybe he hit Hogan and Hogan had enough and hulked up. Hogan with a big knee to the head. Race regaining control. Slams Hogan into the turnbuckle. And now Race picking up Hogan and setting him up top of the turnbuckle. On an elbow by Hogan, reverses the maneuver. Hogan with a knee to Race. Big clothesline misses. Hogan chasing it to Race. Nails him with a big boot. Could we be seeing the leg drop? Hogan running into the ropes and drops the leg. And he's going to go for the cover. That could be it. Referee's down 1, 2. And wait a second. Bobby Heenan dragging the referee from out of the ring. Oh, Race pinned, and Bobby Heenan pulled the referee from out of the ring. Hogan staying on top of Race, nails him with a clothesline. Referee back in the ring, 1, 2, and 3. Oh, kick out by Race. Oh man, Bobby Heenan saved the match for his man by pulling out the referee underneath the ring. And I don't know why that wasn't a disqualification. I also don't know why Bobby Heenan has been kicked out of the match. But Bobby Heenan's still at ringside, and this match is still going on. And Hogan staying on top of Race very wisely with a Greco-Roman rake of the eyes and a big right hand. And Race in trouble. Snapmare takeover, and Hogan now working the neck of Race. Rakes the eyes again. Whips Race into the turnbuckle. The referee goes down. Oh my. What else can go wrong in this matchup? Hogan has Race. Picks him up now. He puts him up on the top rope. Drops him down. Ties him up in a trio woe with a shoulder block to the chest of King Harley Race. And Hulk Hogan in trouble. Or in control. Drop kick. And Race is in trouble. Goes for the cover. Hogan on top. 1, 2. And a kick out by Race. And Hogan doesn't know what he has to do to put Harley Race away. And now Hogan picks up Race, a big chop. And Race is in trouble. Big forearm smash. And Hogan with a high knee look takes Race up and over the top rope. And the fans here are feeling it as Bobby Heenan shouting instruction to Race. And the referee has begun to count. Race slides back into the ring. Is met by a kick to the stomach and a big right hand. Race reeling again against the ropes. Hogan whips him in. Ooh, and a stalemate. A kick to the midsection. Another kick to the midsection. A big right hand. Oh, and Race blocked it. Oh, and a right hand of his own. A left hand. Oh, a swinging neck breaker by Race. And Hogan on the outside floor. And the referee starts to count. Meanwhile, Bobby Heenan slides a chair into the ring. Race sliding out after Hogan, who wisely gets into the ring. And it's a game of cat and mouse. And Hogan being, a big right hand by Race. Looks like Race won that one. Goes for the cover. Hogan's down 1. And a kick out at 1. A back and forth contest that really should have been over a few minutes ago, when Bobby Heenan saved Harley Race from the pinfall at Hulk Hogan's expense. Dropping the leg, nailing Harley Race for that leg drop. And now Race stopping away on the back of Hogan. The referee finally discards that chair. And Race working the head and neck of Hulk Hogan. Again, that may not do so much in this contest, but that could wear down the neck. Oh, big clothesline by Hogan coming back. Goes for the cover on top of Race. 1, 2, and a kick out by Race. And by Race working the neck of Hogan only sets him up and makes him more prone to Paul Orndorff's pile driver. So a wise move by Harley Race and Bobby Heenan. And Race whipping Hogan into the top turnbuckle. And now Race picks up Hogan. Not sure what he has in store here. Tying Hogan up to the tree of woe. And Hogan on the outside tries to slide out. And both men fighting on the outside floor. Race has Hogan up in a suplex. On the wood floor, Harley Race suplexes Hulk Hogan. Now working the neck of Hogan. And the referee again has begun to count. Race slamming Hogan's head to the concrete, or the wood floor, Referee's up to 5. And Race picks up Hogan. And a swinging neck breaker on the wood floor. Race in firm control. Throws Hogan into the stairs. And if I don't know what a henchman is, Harley Race is sure doing a good job of explaining it. Throws Hogan back into the ring. And if he goes for the cover, that should be it. Race picks up Hogan. Oh, misses the knee. Hogan from behind. And an atomic drop. And Bobby Heenan getting the attention of Hulk Hogan allowing Harley Race to get back to his feet. And a big clothesline takes Race down, and Hulk Hogan has regained control of this contest. And now Hogan, with an inverted atomic drop, takes Harley Race down. Hogan picking up Race. And a backbreaker on Harley Race. Hogan going for the leg drop again. The first time Bobby Heenan pulled the referee out. This is the second time. And Bobby Heenan up on the apron, distracting the referee. That's 2 times in this match. Hogan going for the cover again. 3rd time. Bobby Heenan's presence has paid off for King Harley Race. As twice now, Hulk Hogan had the pinfall, big throw into the referee, goes down again. Big clothesline in the corner. Hogan goes for the cover, but there's no referee. The referee's slow to get up. He's going to go for the cover. 1, 2, and throw a kick out by Harley Race. And that's the 4th time in this contest that Hogan had Race pinned and could not get the victory. Now Hogan, inverted atomic drop. And Race is in trouble. Hogan flexing to the fans who are on their feet, showing their love and support to the Hulkster. Hogan picks up Race. Up and over the top goes Race. And a big right hand but blocked. And Race coming back. Gets into the ring. Has Hogan setting him up for another suplex. And nobody does it better than King Harley Race. And a stomp to the face. And Harley Race back in control, lining up Hogan for a big right hand on the top of the head. And Hogan is down. Harley Race rolling Hogan to the center of the ring, goes for the cover. That could be it. That big punch to the top of the head. 2, and throw a kick out by Hogan. At the very last second, Hogan was able to kick out. Oh, what a contest, back and forth. That really could have been over several times. Now Harley Race picks up Hogan. Snapmare takeover. And Race again goes back to the neck of Hogan. Methodically taking Hulk Hogan and working that neck. Brilliant, brilliant maneuver on the part of Harley Race as Hogan fights his way back. And a big right hand breaks the hold. Clothesline into the corner and Race goes down. Now Hogan picks up Race. And a backbreaker again. And Hulk Hogan regaining control. Picks up Harley Race. Whoops him into the turnbuckle goes Race. And a big kick. And now Hogan stomping away with a knee to the chest of Harley Race. Hogan picking up Harley. Big right hand. Second right hand. And a third right hand takes Race down. Goes for the cover. Referee counts 1. Harley Race's hand on the ropes. And the referee saw it at 2. And Hogan questioning why, but he did see Race's hand and picks up Race again. Kick to the midsection. Now whips Race into the ropes. And a power slam by Hulk Hogan. The fans here are going crazy. Picks up Race. Hogan in control. Oh, going for a kick and a back body drop. Last second reversal by Harley Race. Picking up Hogan. Oh, and a reversal by Hogan. Has Race shoulder block in the corner. A second time takes Race down. Hogan is in control. Picks up Race. And a backbreaker again. And the Hulkster is in control. Picks up Race. There were several times in this contest that Hogan had the match won, and Bobby Heenan has interfered or distracted the referee to stop the pinfall. Can Hulk Hogan finally put Harley Race away? He picks him up. And a belly-to-back suplex, up and down goes Harley Race. And Hogan lining up Race. And he drops the leg right there in the middle of the ring. He's going to go for the cover, and again, Bobby Heenan up on the apron. That's 5 this contest, and Hogan's had enough. When Hogan inadvertently runs into the referee, and Hogan's going to the outside. He's picking up a weapon. What is Hogan doing? He has what looks to be a sledgehammer, and the referee's not moving, and Harley Race starting to get back up to his feet. And Hogan trying to hit Harley Race, wisely not hitting him or he would be disqualified, throws the weapon down, and Race follows him outside. And a series of kicks. Oh, and Race catches him. The referee's begun to count. Race has Hogan in a Boston Crab, and Hogan is in trouble on the concrete wood floor. And Race wrenching down that Boston Crab, and Hogan's in trouble. Hogan's tapping, but it doesn't do any good. He's on the outside of the ring. Race knows he's in control, has Hogan, and rams the back of his head into Hogan's face. Now Race stopping away. The referee count, I think, is up to 6. 7 throws Hogan back in to avoid the double count out. Race in control, picks up the Hulkster. And a knee lift, missed again. Hogan throwing Race over the top, and then hip tossing him back in. Hogan climbing the second turnbuckle, and he drops an elbow. He's gonna go for the cover. Referee's down. 1, 2, and 3. And no interference and no distraction that time, and Hulk Hogan finally gets the deuce over the King, Harley Race. What a back and forth matchup this was, as these two competitors went over 18 minutes. And here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. Race was in control when Hogan reversed the knee, got out of the knee, and then Hogan with an elbow up the second turnbuckle to secure the victory. But 5 times during the match, Hogan had the match won, and Bobby Heenan distracted the referee, preventing him from making the count. And Hulk Hogan, with momentum, heading into the world title match at the big event in Toronto, Canada, in just 3 weeks' time. Fans, we thank you so much for tuning in to the Wrestling Network debut of Primetime Wrestling. I'm your host, Gotmark76, and we will see you next week, everybody. Good night.